Alright, so I thought I'd do a quick video on National Coming Out Day. That's this October 11th. It's this coming Monday. And, I think it's very important, especially in light of the suicides and the bullying that's been going on with LGBT youth, that kind of I make a statement about why coming out is important. It's an incredibly personal decision. I don't think anybody should ever be outed against their own will, whether it's as gay, lesbian, bi, trans, those are all very difficult kind of realizations to come to and identities to claim, really. My personal exception, of course, is for politicians and religious figures who either preach or advocate in Congress an anti-gay position, and then avail themselves of wonderful gay sex. I tend to not feel bad when they get outed, whether it's Eddie Long or Ted Haggard or Mark Foley, or Mr. Wide Stance. I tend not to usually feel that bad about that. But, like, Hollywood stars and people in their private life, I believe that should be your own choice. But, when you come out, it's not just about you. I mean, it is a lot about you. But also, as more and more people come out of the closet, the circle of homophobia and discrimination and hostility shrinkens. Because for each person who says, well, I'm actually gay, and, or, I'm questioning my sexuality, that you're creating an environment where that's okay, and it should be okay. Sexuality is something that it takes some self-discovery. Some people know from day one they're straight, and they never have to doubt that, and that's fantastic. I think they have it pretty easy. For some people, it's a realization that comes later in life, something that they realize, well, maybe I'm not straight, or, maybe there's this other part. But the fact of the matter is that if if you make it a personal issue with people that you know and people that you trust, people that you love, they will support you. And those who don't were never really there in the first place. So I've decided for National Coming Out Day this year, I actually can't attend our school's little rally, but I'm going to do a little white t-shirt and write the names of LGBT youth who have either been killed in hate crimes or have committed suicide. Because I think that while it is so personal, that we're all responsible for the environment that we've created. And an environment where teens feel like if they're gay and if they're being bullied, the only way out is through suicide. We're all failing. It's not just the straight community or the gay community, because I think we've gotten complacent. I think the gay community has gotten complacent in a lot of ways. Fighting for equality. I think a lot of us, and I'm not excluding myself, I think I can definitely fall into the category. We are complacent with a lack of maybe explicit hostility. I think there's maybe a lack of enthusiasm, and it's needed. There are definitely still things to be won. We are not equal yet under the eyes of the law when it comes to marriage or partner benefits. in Florida you can still be fired just for being gay. I mean, that's not equality, and that's not a fair and just country. If you live in America and you happen to live in a state that doesn't have those protections, and it shouldn't be up to municipalities. I mean, there are cities in Florida that have great not discrimination laws on the books. But I shouldn't have to move to a city in Florida where, I can't be fired, or, the city government is giving equal benefits to me and my partner. That shouldn't be sort of the best route. So for National Coming Out Day, I would encourage people, if you're not out yet and you're ready to make that step, kudos, congratulations. We'd love to have you. But even if you are just somebody who is friendly to, I'm going to use the blanket term queer, anybody who had women's studies or queer studies, forgive me, because some people don't like the phrase, but I use queer as an all-encompassing phrase. Come out and show your support. Whether it's, I know some people are going to be wearing purple on some day for all of the LGBT youth who committed suicide. I mean, I think in this day and age of social media, even just a Facebook status update on the 11th saying, as part of National Coming Out Day, I support equal rights for the LGBT community. Something like that. Easy, simple. But if you can't just assume that equality and a nice environment are going to happen. It takes effort. And I kind of have an issue with the whole "It Gets Better" campaign, because, well, on the one hand, I like it. I think it's great celebrities are coming out and saying, it gets better. High school and middle school as an LGBT youth is absolute hell. I came out between junior and senior year of high school, and it was its own special brand of Hades. But the truth of the matter is that we shouldn't have to tell kids that it gets better. It shouldn't be bad to begin with. We shouldn't have to say, well, wait till you hit 17 or 18 and you can go off to college and find a more, friendly environment. We shouldn't have to, make them bide their time for a friendly and peaceful and safe environment. They should, this 11-year-old kid who's a cheerleader, and I'm not sure if he's even identified as gay. I think that was just an assumption that if you're a male cheerleader, you must be gay. Who got his arm broken. I mean, what kind of environment? That's ridiculous. So whether you come out on the 11th, either out of the closet or out in support, just keep in mind that it is a constant struggle. And even in the 21st century, in a setting where you would think, hey, I think we'd all be able to get on board with equal rights. It's not always the case. So, anyways, that's my little message for National Coming Out Day.